Hi, my name is Sasha, and in this video I just decided to say thank you to Yuzu and look back to my years following figure skating. And basically, I kind of wasn't ready to hear from Yuzu that he officially retires from competitive career, and I can explain why. So I was mentally ready because it's obvious that we're somewhere close to his retirement, and there's obviously injuries, and now like every season it's just about one or two competitions for him. uh, but I wasn't ready just because, like, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was like a list of skaters. Japanese Federation brings to us this list for next season, and Yuzu's names were there. So I was okay. So we have at least one more season, like at least two competition probably because of our pandemic situation and like injuries. And I remember even talking with someone on Instagram about if there will be new programs. I was actually voting that there will be probably no new programs, but Yuzu usually change programs, that he continue to skate in new season and probably new customs. So at this point, I wasn't ready to hear that 2 days ago. And by the way, I decided to make this video mostly because next day after Yuzu announced his retirement, I had day off, and I meet my friends who live in another city, and we didn't saw each other for a few months. And in these few months there was my birthday, and so they bring presents for my birthday, and it actually were like this hoodie and just like bunch of stickers. Yuzuru theme. They decided to choose Yuzuru as a theme for this year birthday present, and timing can be wrong like that. Like it's impossible to have that wrong timing. But okay. So actually, I have pretty story how I ended up loving Yuzuru. I'm from Russia, which assumed that, Russians into figure skating, like it's popular sport, maybe, but I barely know people in general life who watch figure skating. And like I skated at school and even before, and I have skates, and I do skate. I skate at school, and I love it, but I never watch figure skating. The only things that I knew about the figure skating, that there's like two loop jump, and I knew about Yagudin and Plushenka, and for me it didn't matter that they don't skate anymore. Like I didn't know that at that moment because I never watched it. And probably one thing that how I was kinda related to figure skating, it's that we had and have right now TV show like Ice Period, Ice Times, Ice Era. I'm not sure how to translate it. So it's a TV show about where professional skaters mostly like do dance on ice, um, with like actors, singers, or maybe athletes from different sports, and it were pretty popular. And I remember my grandma watching it while I was like really young, and I watched it as well. And that's all. And actually, when it was Sochi time, I remember that one day there was figure skating on TV. It was actually male and or team event, and male skated, but I didn't have Yuzu. This like 15 seconds that I were watching, looking in the screen, it was actually Canadian skater. I remember him still at this day. I remember his name is Kevin. I not remember his surname. Maybe we'll like bring him somewhere there. And that's all. And actually I were like at one day do my homework for school at the evening, and on TV there was girls women's singles skating, and I watched a little at beginning, and everyone skated beautifully, but I didn't saw a difference between them, and commentators were like, yeah, that's good, but what Russian girls? And I, as a person who are not really like crazy for a flag or something like that, I'm not a patriot at all. I was like, yeah, I don't care, and like turn off. So I didn't stuff even like Yulia Lipnitskaya or like Adelina Sotnikova because I didn't care. So maybe I had a chance to meet Yuzu faster, but like I was too not interested in figure skating. And how I actually met him. So one day in 2016, I still remember it as today, um, like it was just yesterday. I was just scrolling through YouTube, and there were Yuzu on my recommendation page, and surprisingly, I was so boring that I decided why not to watch some figure skating. And it was his gala Note Stellata from Grand Prix that season 16-17 from Skate Canada, I believe. So it was pretty new, maybe like months or something for this video. And I watched it, and it was so beautifully. I was like mesmerized, and commentator was saying that like Yuzu is like a god, everyone loves him, he's so talented, and like yeah, this time he's silver again, but like who cares? And I was like, wow, if everyone in this sport skate that beautifully, I definitely should try to watch. I didn't start from that moment. It was probably like months or more after when I suddenly remembered that video and decided that I wanna watch it again. But I didn't remember his name, so do you know what I were doing? I just go to Google and search something like Japanese figure skating male athletes, and Yuzuru obviously were the first to pop up, and I started to read his a Wikipedia page because I was like, is it the right guy? But okay, like let's try. And I read his Wikipedia page, then I go to YouTube and try to watch every video in chronology, in right chronology. And so it was like December 2016 or the beginning of 2017, and I was more like YouTube fan, not even thinking about he's still competing and I can watch him in live stream. So I didn't watch Four Continents, but probably when videos from Four Continents appear on YouTube, and I was like, oh, that's something new, I didn't saw that. It just hit me that he's still competing and I can watch him in live stream. And I just Google like where there's next figure skating competition, and it was World Championship in Helsinki, and it was probably like 1 week before this championship we were supposed to start, and I was okay, I will watch. I was busy at short program day, so I make my mom watch, and she messaged me like everything that happened. And when she messaged that your Japanese boy in 5th position, I was like, what? I wasn't ready for that. And next day, it was my day off, and I watched whole free program from like first starting number with ice cream alone at home, perfect. Just recently I was scrolling through my Twitter, and I find tweets from that period of time. So probably at that moment I already knew a lot about Shomo Uno and Javier Fernandez, but I still was like hardcore Yuzu fan. So there's like some tweets from that moment while I was watching that free program. And Yuzu won. It was I was so happy, and it probably was the only maybe first out of 2 competition when I weren't like crazy nervous for him. and I just enjoy. And then there was summer, and at the end of summer I learned that Yuzu will be in Russian Grand Prix stage, and I was like, I should to go. And that's how the next competition that I watched were like in Moscow, and I were in venue and watched with my own eyes. And it's pretty crazy, probably because I was less than a year into figure skating, so it was officially second time for me to watch something like not on YouTube but live stream or like with my own eyes. And that day I meet one of my best friends, or probably the biggest best friends that I have right now. So I'm actually really thankful to Yuzu for bringing so much good people to my life, and especially my best friend. There's quite a story about this, and actually I already at that moment were in a venue with Japanese flag. So I was probably crazy for Yuzuru, and now I'm so happy that I was, because these 5 years I enjoyed that. I'm happy that I didn't waste more time. So after I find Yuzuru on YouTube, every time he performed at Moscow 2 times, I were there. So actually I just find them. So this is like 2017, my tickets to Rostelecom. This is 2018, next year. I went for all day 7, just like first day when it only training without competition. I still was there, and actually it's about like, it's European Championships, last half-year competition. So I haven't traveled it a little, like who knows, I probably will never visit Belarus if not for Javier Fernandez and in his career there. So that's experience, and I'm so grateful to have it. And now thinking about it, I think about I saw a lot with my own eyes. So I saw with my own eyes first quad lots from Yuzuru at Rostelecom 2017. Even at that moment I barely understood what's happened. I still was there and watched with my own eyes. Then, and actually I noticed Telada, and I was pretty close to eyes at that moment, so incredible experience. I remember it till these days. And actually it was the first time when Yuzu were lifted, I believe. Yes, so like I'm so happy to saw so much first time with my own eyes. And next year competition, there were world record in short program. It was like new after Olympic season, and there was change in rules, so like new world records, but it was still like 110, which is pretty good score even now. And it was Autumnal, one of my favorite programs. By the way, I probably love every Yuzuru short program, and I think I prefer his short program over a long program. But like I love Autumnal, like really it was so good to watch with my own eyes, and it was world record. And next day, sadly, Yuzu got injured second time. Again, I was there, I was looking at it with my own eyes. It is sad, but it's still experience. Like I lived through good moments and bad moments in real time at the same place with Yuzuru. And at the same day he skated on a painkillers, doing just like a hero work, and it was sad, but still something to be witness with, like in real time. So but the first times. And actually, Minsk, it wasn't Yuzu related, even though I saw after like some banner like Minsk and Sendai, or another Japanese city, but I think it was Sendai, like bro towns. Not sure how to say it in English. So there were like um, a banner for that with like Yuzu silhouette, I believe. But that competition I was going just because of Javier Fernandez. I didn't like had a chance to maybe catch him somewhere, even though people say that it's very pretty easy, but like for some reason not on his last competition. But I saw Vanessa James, Mai Berenice Miete, she's so nice. I saw Stefan Lambiel and Denis Vasilyevs, but Denis were kind of moody, probably because of not really good skate before, so I decided to not go and ask for a selfie. And bunch of other athletes, but still like on top. Actually, the one time when I met Nathan Chen, and actually it was huge thank you to my best friends. She wasn't there at the arena, but she were um, on Twitter and stuff that people talk about it, and she was like, okay, go and find him. It was a nice experience. Nathan is really a nice person. By the way, I now see that a lot of Yuzu fans are not really like Nathan, and it's kind of sad because I think Nathan didn't do anything bad. Yes, Isu right now definitely favors him, but he's not guilty in this. They choose him as like new star and trying to create a new star out of him, so he's not a bad person. Like, I do believe in this. And actually, we talked years before with my friend about how Yuzu will retire, and we were thinking he will go like Javier way and say it before officially retirement, like, okay, like I wanna retire, and this will be my last competition. And obviously, we both were sure that it shall be in Japan. I think, were kind of sad about it, but I was like, that's the right thing to do. Like, why he should hold his last competition not in Japan? Yeah, and now it's Beijing Olympics. So, we talked about it before, and now it's kind of sad that this Olympics became his last competition. But I was thinking about if it's like perfect time for him to retire, like maybe perfect time were a few seasons ago, maybe after Pyeongchang. But you know what? Yes, someone can say like he didn't win gold in international arena for last few seasons, and like maybe his time has passed, like actually after Korea. But I don't think so, because if you look at this, yes, his last competitions, if we not talk about Japanese nationals, were on like silver, bronze, and fourth place on last Olympics. But he were on these places not because he were like skating to his 100% of abilities and other skaters were just better. He didn't skate he didn't skate to his full power because he can't do it right now because of all injuries and things like that. It is obviously that he's still so strong and stronger than most of athletes in this sport, but his body, I think, already give up. So I think it's still a perfect moment for him, and we still can say that he retired unbeatable. And I'm really happy for him. I'm a little bit bitter about quad axel. Like, I think it's Yuzu jump. This jump should be Yuzu should be the first person to do it. It's sad that his injuries actually hold him from that, but I think if in next few seasons no one land a jump, I will be okay. Like if per person who will finally land it on a competition will do it like 2 or 3 years from now on, I think I will be already okay. But if like in new season Ilya Malinin jump clear for quad axel, I will be a little bit sad, just because it was Yuzu's dream, and I think we all were infected by that dream as well, and thinking that it should be Yuzu and we want to see it from Yuzu. So this is only thing I think I bitter about right now. But yeah, that's probably all that I wanted to say. Really thank you, Yuzuru, for everything you've done, for introducing me to this sport. Like, this little guy were with me last time I was on a Grand Prix 18-19 season. I'm really grateful to know you, to have so much friends that I find in this fandom. I think that a little bit sad that I so late decided to give a try on YouTube, and like I watched like Olympics and free program on Japanese nationals and make a video reaction, and I was thinking that I can maybe bring figure skating to my YouTube channel as well, and now I'm not sure how to do that, because Yuzu were my favorite, and I'm not sure if I will continue to watch everything that Isu does right now, even though like there's a lot of good skaters, but I probably will just rewatch it on YouTube from time to time. And all times that I had that chance to make some good vlogs about two Grand Prix in Moscow and Europeans in Minsk, wasted time. But still, I'm happy that at least for 5 seasons I were in this journey with Yuzuru. He skated for 11 years in a senior level, and I'm happy to be part of it at least for 5 years. So thank you, Yuzuru. Like, I'm looking forward. I think it's not the end for him, just end in Isu competition. I think we will heard of him a lot. He were pretty happy and content with his decision, and that's the best thing that we were hoping to see. I think he will have his own show maybe outside of Japan, and I'm really thrilled to hear about it. Maybe he will do with some open trainings in different places, like, you know, Zhenya Medvedeva and Alina Zagitova done in last few years. I think they went to Mexico, first Zhenya, next year Alina, and like, just imagine Yuzu doing the same. So much fans from different countries that were never able to see him live will have a chance probably. So I think we will hear a lot from Yuzu. He's definitely have a plan. So now I'm happy, I'm content, I'm sure that that's not the end, and we will see him. And that's the end. I just sit there with just I were looking for things that I have, like, look, there's like Yuzuru and like teddy bear from Sochi and like Sochi stuff, and like flag and Vini and like this thing, because like Alina is my favorite from Russian figure skaters, and like tickets. I was so happy to find them. Actually, it's bring a lot of memories, good memories that I'm grateful for Yuzuru to have. And yeah, that's probably all. Let's not be sad about it. I think it's time. We are ready for a new chapter, and we're still here with Yuzuru. So that's all. thank you for watching, and let's see what Yuzu will do next. Bye.